This is the weekly market alert video for the week ended July 31st, 2020. And as has been the case for several weeks now, the driving force behind all the economic data and the talk about the stock market and the bond markets and everything else is about the pandemic, the virus, and the effects that it is having. And so who are we not to talk about that? We anticipate that, unfortunately, it looks like the economy is slowing down. It looks like things are going to get worse before they get better. And so we anticipate that we may have headlines in the future that are worse than they are today, as bad as they were. Last week we saw that the GDP, the output of our economy, shrunk by over $30 billion, which 32%, which is unprecedented in such a short period of time. Truly gigantically bad numbers. However, one thing we've said and we'll repeat is the stock market is not the economy. The stock market doesn't care if people are dying. It doesn't care if the unemployment rate is going up. It doesn't care if the virus is coming back. What it cares about is, are profits going to sustain? And secondly, is the Federal Reserve going to finance everything? And is the government going to give unemployed people money to be able to make their rent and their mortgage payments and buy food? And we believe that, given the pronouncements from both of those bodies, the answer is yes. Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chairman, I call him Uncle Sugar, last week said, or this week rather, said that they stand ready to do whatever it takes. Translated, trillions of dollars available if we need it. And we also believe very firmly that the Democrats and the Republicans are going to come to some agreement as to the unemployment benefits and any additional monies that they're going to give to people that have lost their jobs and support small businesses, etc. So because of those reasons, the stock market should continue to be sustained at the levels that it's at. There'll be volatility, of course, but we think that because of those reasons, we should continue to see the market not reflect what the economy is doing. Now, one of the things we've named this video "Monopoly Money," and the reason is because the government and the Federal Reserve literally have an unlimited supply of money that they can put into the system. If you think of the game Monopoly, if you've ever played that game, when the game starts, the bank gives all the players money, and then they play the game. And what the rules say is that if the bank, which in my example is the government, runs out of money, then the rules say you can tear off pieces of paper and write on it, "This is new money." So you can issue in the game of Monopoly as much money as it takes to keep the game going. Well, the federal government, it's basically just numbers on a computer screen and they hit send. And you always hope that they don't add one more zero and it's like, oh my gosh, 100 trillion. We only meant 1 trillion or 10 trillion. So, but the point being that they can issue as much money as they want. It's limited only by whether or not the Federal Reserve wants to do it, and secondly, whether the Congress approves it. But if they deem it appropriate and necessary, they can do it. And literally, the future be damned. It's the present that we worry about, the economy that we worry about. We need to fix this and get us through this, and hopefully we'll have a vaccine or some treatment, and then we can go back to figuring out how to fix the future. But we got to fix the present first, is the attitude. And it's hard to argue with that, unfortunately. So because of that, we believe that this unlimited supply of money is going to help buoy or balance out the risk in the bond markets and the stock markets. And therefore, because of that, we are now becoming more and more confident in where the stock market is and where it goes from here. Now, obviously, there's going to be volatility. Certainly, it doesn't go straight up or straight down, but it does move rapidly in both directions. And so we do have our sell strategy always in place in case we need to get out and protect. But for the time being, we're getting more clarity, which is what we wanted, to be able to have more confidence, which is what we needed to become more bullish, meaning adding to our equity position. So because of all of the above, despite how bad the economy is, the stock market is not the economy. And we believe that with the support of the government and the Fed, the stock market continues to be, the downside risk tends to be mitigated by that. And therefore, we are becoming more bullish. Now, We are going to be meeting next week, our investment committee, to decide on what we're going to do in early August. And we'll keep you posted. It's looking more and more like we'll be adding to our equity position, but we'll have to tell you what we've decided at that time. We want to wait until then. So just giving you a little heads up on that. One of the things we really want to do is to give you peace of mind. We want to worry about all of this for you so that you don't have to. That's our job. And we want your money to last as long as you do. And everything that we do, the first thing we ask is, how badly can our clients be impacted by this decision, or if what this happens, etc. And we take all of the steps we take are geared around protecting what you have. That is our solemn duty, and it is our mission for you, which is peace of mind and your money lasting as long as you do. We cannot thank you enough for allowing us to do that for you. We are grateful to the bottom of our hearts, and we work diligently every day thinking about you and how we can better your retirement. We want you to have your second childhood without parental supervision, even though right now your second childhood is grounded. But it won't be forever, hopefully. So we look forward to when we can go back and see you in person again soon. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and we'll talk soon.